Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel Aqualuna73. This is going to be a zodiac sign moon reading, and we're going to start with Aries. So it's Aries moon reading. I also decided I'm going to do a Pluto retrograde reading. Pluto retrograde is starting on the 4th of May until the 13th of October, okay, which is spring here and fall or autumn in other countries, okay. This is beautiful, isn't it? The flowers. Okay, so this is a bunch of flowers that I got from someone. It's our local national flower. It's a protea, and this year is also part of the protea family. The small flowers here. They call it fynbos in Afrikaans. I don't know how to translate that into English. Bos is bush, and fyn is delicate bush. Okay, so I think I said that correctly. Fine, fine. No, I don't know. You can go look it up yourself. I don't have time to discuss language right now. So, what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to do a Pluto retrograde reading for your Aries moon. So, what does Pluto retrograde entail? Okay, I have 5 questions here that I wrote down. I'm going to draw 5 cards. We're going to ask questions surrounding this Pluto retrograde, how it's going to affect you, your life, your career, work, relationships, etc. So Pluto retrograde is powerful, okay? It's a powerful astrological event. And Pluto is also associated with the planet of your subconscious, also the planet of death and rebirth, which is associated with the sign of Scorpio. Okay, and when like I said, it's going to start on the 4th of May. Are we on the 4th of May yet? What day is it today? I don't know, but anyway, I don't know which day is it today. I can't see now. So basically, okay, Aries, there are hidden aspects of our lives that are going to be more apparent to us, more clear. Okay, certain things that you might not have understood, maybe about other people or yourself for that matter. Because there's this quote that came to mind, if you study yourself as a human being, as an individual, okay, the best way to understand others is to understand yourself. Because at the end of the day, regardless, we are all human. I had that reading about, what was that reading? A shadow reading a few days ago where I spoke about, I think the title was something about our deepest, innermost experiences is a universal thing, which means at the end of the day, most of our experiences are the same or similar, okay? We all experience pain. We all experience hurt, heartache, death, rebirth, job loss, sickness, okay? It's not like anybody is immune to these things. And I find it amusing sometimes even, and this is no disrespect to anyone, okay? But I've noticed in some types of readings of certain tarot readers, when they speak about somebody becoming ill, okay, they would describe it either as somebody that's being cursed, okay, and that person got this illness, or somebody has sent some type of spell to this individual and then they got sick. And really, if ever, it's almost like we still have this ingrained belief to blame others for how we are as individuals, okay? It still tells me there's a certain disregard for your own responsibility regarding how you treat your body, okay? And how you're not taking responsibility for how you contribute to your own health, okay? Say, for instance, a person got lung cancer. Now this person goes to a church and somebody tells this person, okay, you got cursed. And this person sees, okay, but this person smokes. And they smoke a pack of cigarettes a day, okay? That's like, you get situations like this, okay? A person doesn't eat correctly and stuff like that, okay? And they're basically hoping that praying and going to church is, no, eating healthy. Okay, even I make myself guilty of these things. I like to eat sweet stuff. And I know I have a great weakness when it comes to sweet stuff. Most women do. Okay, when it comes to chocolates and sweets and cake and stuff like that. Okay, so, yeah, anyway, I don't want to digress. So basically, we're going to draw 5 cards. And then we're going to ask a few questions, Aries. It's almost like there's some type of innermost for you. There could be, or some of you, okay? This Aries moon could even, this Pluto retrograde could even mean that there are certain desires, okay? Maybe you had certain desires that you hid. Okay, it doesn't have to mean because you hid those desires, it's bad. Okay? It could be as simple as this. Okay, this hidden desire is like somebody, this person has been on a strict diet for their whole life and they crave a piece of cake. Okay, and they love chocolate cake, basically. And they deprave themselves, or deprive themselves of eating chocolate cake for a very long time, okay? So this person has this hidden desire, a subconscious desire for this piece of chocolate cake. And because this, basically what's happening is, because this person has the subconscious desire, which they are not admitting to themselves for this piece of cake. Everywhere they go, they see chocolate cake. They see pictures in magazines of chocolate cake. They see a piece of chocolate cake on the television. They see a piece of chocolate cake in the shop. They're basically being, I don't want to say this person is being tempted. Maybe this desire is also some type of temptation for you, Aries. I don't know, okay? I don't know what this entails for you. Your 5 cards, and then we're going to see what the universe has to say for you regarding this situation. Okay, let me just move this stuff that falls out here. Okay, so your first card is the Juggler card. Second card is the Two of Swords. And your third card is the Ten of Coins. Fourth card is the Six of Coins. And your fifth card is the Star card. Wow. Okay. I was talking about hidden desires. Okay. Or desires that you're not actually voicing or talking about. It could be a dream even. Okay. I'm going to tell you a little secret about my mother. Okay. My mother is very old. She's in her late 80s already, and I can remember my love for reading stems from my mom and my dad. Oh my God, those two people, they love to read. Most of us, all of us in the house, me and my brothers and my mom and dad, we were all readers, avid readers. We loved reading. And later in life, when my mom retired, she started writing poetry. Okay, but in our mother tongue, and she was actually very good at it. And she would always show me poetry that she wrote. And I don't even think there are a lot of people that are aware that my mom did this. I don't even know what she did with her poetry, if she kept it, what she did with it. But, yeah. So, I think she had this hidden desire to become a poet because she loved reading. She was a very romantic individual, but or she is a very romantic individual, not was. Anyway, I'm going to draw an oracle card, and then we're going to ask these questions regarding this dynamic that you're facing. Okay, so like I said, this is whatever you are going through, this Pluto retrograde is going to ask you to do some deep reflection. Okay, and this deep reflection is going to also cause a shift inside of you, which is going to cause some type of change in you. Okay, and eventually this type of change that you're going to experience internally inside of yourself is going to show outside in this world. Okay, in your specific world that you live in, or your life for that matter. Okay, so like I said, like I used the example of the chocolate cake, this thing is a subconscious thing, and if you have the ability, I don't know, something tells me there's some type of thought pattern that needs to be you need to override some type of thought pattern, Aries. Okay, I don't know why it's coming up like that. Okay, there's a card that just fell. Just hold on, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I got it. Sorry about the bump into the tripod. This is the card that I was struggling to get to on the floor. It fell on the floor. The star card. Hope, dreams, inspiration, wish, achievement, progress to goals. Like I said, it could be this deep hidden desire. Maybe it's a dream. Okay, maybe it's something that you worked on. Maybe it's something that you deeply desired. It doesn't even have to be something as ambitious as some type of dream. Okay, I don't know exactly what this is. Everybody's situation is different. Okay, so your first card is the Juggler card. And the question here with the Juggler card is, you're trying to escape a situation that you're in, Aries. I don't know if you find yourself in a difficult situation and you find yourself in a situation and you're trying to escape the situation. I don't know how. What the hell? It's a reality, a current reality that you're in. Okay. It's like, yeah. I think you got, it's like, yeah, with this Magician card, with this, the Juggler card is also the Magician card. It comes across the, yeah, you will see, this juggler, he has a tear in his eye. Yes, his hands are full. It comes across as an individual who has to juggle some type of situation, a situation that they have to escape or they want to escape. Okay, they have this deep desire inside of themselves, Aries. It's you. Okay, but it comes across that you're trying to manipulate, excuse me, an outcome or a situation regarding something. Maybe you just, when I try to say manipulate, maybe it's just you trying to control or take charge of something. Okay? I'm going to ask for clarifiers. What is it that they're trying to escape? And then with this juggler, I don't think you're manipulating anything. It comes across like just that you're juggling some type of situation or dynamic. You find it difficult. This juggler has a tear in the eye. You find this difficult situation that you find yourself in, but you also have this deep desire. Okay. And it's like the universe wants you to take stock, Aries. You need to take stock of your, because this person is unbalanced in some more situation. This person needs to take stock of the work life, the personal relationships. Okay, so it could be even something as simple as somebody over investing in a business and they're neglecting their family, or they're over investing in a personal endeavor and other part of their life is being neglected. Okay, maybe family life or vice versa. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. Almost like with this juggler card, like I said, this person is trying to control everything. Okay, but it's not possible for us to control everything. And oh, it's like, okay, this is the thing that I pick up now. I saw a video. It was a reel on Instagram of a doctor. I don't know who this person is. It just popped up into my newsfeed. When I find it again, I will post it. Okay, I don't know if this is on YouTube or video, but I'm going to post the Instagram post. If you're on Instagram, you can go watch it. I think this individual is a doctor, and he basically says that most medical practices, or the medical world for that matter, is adamant on solving issues like maybe you have arthritis or you have allergies. They give you, or they create some type of medication, okay, to help you relieve something. Okay, if you maybe have lupus, or you have some type of autoimmune disease or something to that effect. But he says, really, if ever people ask themselves, what is the cause of this thing? Okay, and he uses asthma as an example. If a child has asthma from a very young age, okay, and asthma is associated with a person that feels they are struggling to breathe, and usually it's associated with something that individual has experienced that was traumatic. Now you have to ask yourself, what happened to that individual that was so traumatic that it affected their breathing. Okay, the same with other stuff. It could be anything, whatever this might be. Okay, so it's not only you would be surprised how our emotions play a significant role in our health as well. Okay, stress as well, it affects your health. It does affect your health. Okay, anyway, so it's almost like, I don't know if you an Aries individual that basically wants to stay in control, and you're taking on this responsibility where you feel you're also responsible for other people's happiness, to put a smile on their face, but you're not. Okay, you're not responsible for that, Aries. It's almost like the universe is asking you here, with this juggler with a tear in the eye, you need to value yourself. Start valuing yourself through your achievements, through your achievements. Okay, and what is your achievements? It comes across that I might be speaking to someone who really is a hardworking person. This person invests in their family, they invest in their job, but they basically, the reason they feel they need to stay in control. Okay, like this person says in that video or that reel, he says the reason why older people also develop arthritis is because they feel like they're losing control of the finances. You're getting older, you're basically losing control of your you're uncertain. Okay, so there's some type of fear of uncertainty, and this affects your body in a certain way. So I don't know what this is that you're facing. Okay, it's almost like the universe is asking you to redefine to yourself what success is. Success is not only something that is associated with financial gain. Okay, you have to have successful relationships as well. Two of Swords, you're very defensive. It's almost like with this Two of Swords, you basically avoiding, you're turning your back on certain emotions or feelings that you're having. Maybe it's just as simple as a person that's over investing in others. It could be a mom, it could be a dad, and they need to take time out for themselves. Okay, do something that's for them, not for their kids. Okay, I don't know what this is. If you're a parent, I can understand where you're coming from. I don't totally understand where you're coming from. With the Ten of Coins, you might be, it comes across that you might be an individual that's a parent, hardworking individual, successful possibly. Okay, definitely, yeah, with the Ten of Coins, successful. But this person needs to reprioritize something. It has something to do with family, definitely. Maybe it's an older Aries individual that is in the retirement stage. Okay, this person is in retirement stage. The kids are grown up, and they basically need to redefine uh, uh, um, the word self-worth. Okay, it's like an individual, like a male individual. Okay, this person, they develop their self-worth through being a good dad, a devoted husband, devoted wife, a good mother. Okay, this is the whole identity was surrounding that. And basically the kids are grown and flown now, and they're leaving the nest, and now you are alone with your wife, your husband, or whatever. You're growing older. This is an older couple. This is like a grandchild. Okay, so there's something that you need to redefine for yourself. Your values, how you see yourself. Okay, because I strongly get the feeling, oh, my nose is so blocked right now. This is something concerning some type of identity that you're having. Excuse me. Sorry, my God. Sorry, my guys. I wanted to say sorry, my guys. My, my collective, my nose is so blocked right now. Okay. Okay, so it's almost like, yeah, with the star card that you got as an oracle card, it's like the universe is telling you, if you release maybe an emotion or certain perspective that you have regarding a role or identity that you've created over a period of maybe 10 or 20 years, because you had that specific role. Okay, it's like I said, it could be an older individual. This person's identity was built on being a provider, being a good mother, being a good father. They did everything that they needed to do, and they gave everything that they needed to give. And now that role is finished. Okay, the kids are grown and flown. Now what? Okay, this is the type of thing that I pick up here. So you need to redefine yourself, redefine some type of identity. And it's almost like the universe also wants you to release this thing that you've identified with your whole life, or a part of your life, and basically, uh, um, yeah, with the Six of Coins and the Star card, yeah, with the Star card as well. I think you're trying, when you I strongly get the feeling if this is a male individual, it's almost like, say for instance a female, say it's a, for instance it's a female individual, okay, and you're an older individual, your kids are grown and flown and they're out of the house and you're alone. Now you basically don't know what to do with your time, okay? So you have to redefine some type of identity and create something that will fill some type of void, okay? The same for the guy or the man, okay? But you're holding on to something, yeah, you're holding on to that identity. And it doesn't mean if you release that identity, you're not still going to be a dad. Your kids are still there. You're still going to be a father, a grandfather, grandmother, a whatever, okay? So I don't know what this is. This could be a middle-aged individuals too, or maybe middle-aged individuals that I'm talking to, okay? Close to retirement age. Six of Coins. It's like you're holding on to something. I strongly get the feeling that you're holding on to this identity here with the Six of Coins, because if you look at my previous readings, when I do this, when I get this card, the Six of Coins, I call it my injury card. It's somebody, they basically, this individual landed up on the hospital bed, breaking their leg because they did something they love, which is ice skating. Now they're basically repairing this individual or healing this individual. So this person, you for that matter, you doing whatever this is that you did or role that you played, you love this, you invested in this. It's a coins card, it's value, your family and everything. But you basically also holding on to this identity, and it causes you some type of discomfort here, okay, with the Six of Coins. I think here with this Six of Coins, I'm going to try and think of this discomfort or thing that you're experiencing. I feel a sense of agitation from some of you. And this agitation could be caused by you clinging onto this identity of being a good mother or father. And sometimes you overgive, okay? And it comes across as something that you feel you overgive, but you're not receiving. Maybe you have certain expectations that your kids or whoever needs to fill, okay? I don't know what this is. It's like you're looking for fulfillment in something and you're not getting it. I don't know what this is. You're looking for fulfillment in something and you're not receiving this fulfillment. You feel like it's a one-sided thing. And this is basically, it could be even as simple as this. A couple that's been married for years, the kids are grown and flown. They've invested so much energy into their kids, they basically neglected their marriage. Now they're alone, the two of them together, and they don't even know what to talk about because the man constantly worked and the woman was always raising kids. Okay, and there's a lot of people that get to this certain type of life and they never built a relationship and they get divorced, okay, or they decide to move or separate. I just read an article the other day about a woman that's been married for 50 years. She's a grandmother, and then she decides to ask her husband for a divorce because she basically says that they just did their job as parents and they never invested in each other, romantic or otherwise. Okay, so I don't know what the situation entails for you, but you feel there's some type of one-sided investment. It could be simple as business as well, and you need to redefine your role in this dynamic. because you're not feeling fulfilled in something, or there's some type of void or loneliness, okay? But it's almost like the universe is trying to tell you also here, if you let go of this, maybe it's something, this thing that you're trying to hold on, it's causing you discomfort. I don't know what this is. What this role is that you're holding on to. And basically, it's almost like the universe is, if you release this thing, this role, or how you saw something, this is the answer. This is what's going to transpire, okay? It's almost like the universe is telling you, you're going to get something more aligned with your soul with these two cards. Something aligned with your soul. Okay, it could be, say for instance, if you're a couple and you've been together for a very long time, you're basically getting divorced and each one of you meets your soulmate. This could be it. It could be even somebody, they've been working for 20 years in a certain job, they get retired, or maybe at the age of 45 or 50, they early retirement, and they start to begin another business, a second business, or a whole new business. I don't know what this is, but it's like the universe is telling you, when you let go of that role, it releases something, and it opens up something that's more aligned with your soul, okay? It could be a soul purpose driven business or spiritual practice. It could be anything. I'm going to draw a last card here, the oracle card, and then we're going to end off this reading. What lessons and messages to have for my Aries collective for this Pluto retrograde reading, please and thank you. My nose is so blocked. I'm so sorry about this, okay? Okay, the eyes of beauty, positive expectations and clarity. There you have it. Okay. I don't know exactly what this entails for you, but you need to be positive with your expectations regarding this thing, whatever this is, because I strongly get the feeling deep down in your soul, you know exactly there's some type of yearning that you have, and it's pulling you in some type of direction, but you're basically not voicing it or expressing it. Maybe people around you don't even know about this. And this is exactly what's going to happen if you align with this, if you let go of that past identity or role, okay, that you had your whole life. This is what's waiting for you. It's something new. And it's something expanding. It's something beautiful. Okay, the confirmation. Anyway, I love you guys. I have to go. Please take care. Bye.